Is God, and by proxy the church, a narcissist? Let's take a look at it. In our latest episode of Drop the Stones, we had our good friend Brad Klaus on, and we were talking about this idea of narcissism and how much the character and the personality of God, as displayed through his book, his written word, his sanctioned word that he's given to all peoples to follow him, portrays him as what could be clinically diagnosed as a narcissist. And let's take a step back and look at some interpersonal relationships that maybe we can associate with ourselves. Someone that we've recognized later in life that was a narcissistic relationship I was in. Maybe it was a parent, maybe it was a spouse or partner or friend. But when you look back, you can tell that it was narcissistic. It was all about them, giving everything on them. I heard that a narcissistic person wants one of two things, and it's either praise or pity. They either want to be lauded for everything they've done and seen as great and lifted up and exalted above all high, or they want pity and be the victim. Even if they've caused the pain, they like to switch that on. They're people that they affect. They're victims in essence. So they go out and they have a little pity party when things don't go their way, and the problems that they've caused backfire on them, make them look bad. They start to feel pity and start saying, "Why are you blaming me? I'm such a good guy. I don't want to do this." And it's this narcissistic behavior that gets displayed in everything that ends up controlling and manipulating the people that fall in. And as in the episode when we were talking with Brad, we were talking like children of narcissistic parents kind of learn behaviors to associate and deal with the narcissist in their life, to make life easier for them. They learn coping mechanisms. They learn to be codependent on the narcissist. So, for example, some people I've known that had narcissistic parents knew exactly what topics to talk about with their parent. They knew what things not to bring up, what things not to do, what things to make sure to have done. Otherwise, there's going to be retribution, because when things don't go a narcissist way, there's always retribution. Now let's take these interpersonal relationships that we all relate with, and there's so many different characteristics of a narcissist. But just look at the ones we examined here and look at God. Does he always want praise? He's always be first and foremost in our minds. We're supposed to laud him with gifts. We're given crowns here for all our good works to lay at his feet when we kind of present ourselves to the throne room in heaven. Praise constantly on him. All the worship music is this weird love bomb towards God. Oh, we're nothing without you. We're taught we're nothing. Our whole dependence, our whole life, everything that's given to us, everything that's good in our lives is because of God. Is that not narcissistic? And if something doesn't go his way, if we don't make him shine, if we make him look bad by acting up, what was his reaction? It wasn't empathy and compassion and, hey, that's all right. I know I'm upset. You messed up. Didn't look good, but we'll work on this. Learn for next time. No, generally it was wiping out an entire people, a genocide, a mass just annihilation of peoples. The flood, Sodom and Gomorrah, all the enemies of Israel. It didn't matter who they were. Warriors, soldiers, women, children, annihilate them all because you made him look bad. And then you look at the story and it's our fault for it too. We're not good. And the people that he's interacting with in these stories seem to be more empathetic, more compassionate, more kind, more human, and just better character than this God. But they're the ones that are to blame because they let it happen. Truly, I think if anyone that studied psychology and narcissism were to go through and just analyze the character of God in the Bible, they would find clearly that this might be the best example, the best case study they could do on narcissistic behavior in the world. Because the God of the Bible is a narcissist, and the church, by proxy, by being his mouthpiece, is narcissistic, and all the people underneath it are the codependents that learn to cope and deal with the narcissistic behavior for their own safety. They operate in a world of fear of the punishment and retribution of the narcissist. So they kowtow and bow down and try to fall in line the best they possibly can to make the narcissist look better so they don't have to worry about the retribution. It's no way to live. I'm glad I got out of it. I'm glad I realized it. I'm glad I'm understanding it more in life afterwards. But truly, that is a narcissistic relationship whenever you're in a religion.